Hi guys, I'm Claire with Paradigm Sporting Dog, and we're going to go over how to apply a paw bandage today. So a couple things that I like to use for my bandages, whether it is on the paw, on the head, wherever. A lint-free Telfa non-stick pad of some sort, cast padding as you're dressing to cushion your bandage, vet wrap to kind of compress your bandage, protect your dressing, and then elasticon. That's going to help hold your bandage up, keep it from slipping, keep it from peeling back. It's going to keep all your layers together. And then lastly, bandage scissors, because if you've ever tried to tear elasticon by your hands, it's pretty difficult. Okay, Sally, are you going to be a good girl? So we're going to pretend that Sally has, let's say, a central paw pad laceration or cut, which is this big paw pad here. Really common for dogs to blow out their paw pads there or to get cuts there. So we want to start out covering the paw with your Telfa. You want to make sure it's not folded over anywhere and that it's flat against your dog's paw. That way when you wrap it in the cast padding, it's not creating areas of pressure that might create a sore. Next thing, when you go to wrap your cast padding, good girl, you want to make sure that it's rolling out against your patient. So rolling it around like this versus being on top and trying to roll it like that. You'll be able to more likely do this efficiently and by yourself if you roll it the direction so it's against your patient. So I like to start out around my Telfa just to secure it so that I can work on the rest of the bandage. And this is not done tightly. Thankfully, cast padding is fairly forgiving and it will tear if you pull it too tight, but you can still get it too tight. You really just need to be laying this on the leg. Once again, this is to cushion and protect whatever you are bandaging, so it does not need to be tight. Next, you need to make sure that you're doing a 50% overlap. Here, what's the matter? Sit. There you go. You're fine. As you go around the leg, so 50% overlapping your previous loop around the paw, and then you're going to come back down. Notice how because of how I started my cast padding, I'm able to set it against her foot and continue to wrap it around. You are not needed. And I like to leave kind of the last two toes sticking out. Just helps me to make sure I'm not getting it too tight. I can see those toes are nice and loose in there. I can put my finger up in there to check it. Good girl. You whoa. Once again, you're just laying it on there. You're not creating tension of the cast padding. Okay. And then I will just tear it like so. Good girl. You need a break? Want to put your foot down? Okay. Next, you got your vet wrap. Whoa. So your vet wrap, you can get too tight as well. If you look, when you stretch it, you can stretch the little grid into squares or even rectangles. If you see rectangles, you're pulling it too tight. You want it to look like squares. I will start at the, sit Sally, at the bottom of the foot and work my way up. You want to leave about 1/4 to 1/8 of an inch of that cast padding visible. That way you're not creating any pressure into your dog's skin, and the edge of this vet wrap is going to be on top of that cast padding. That cast padding is going to protect any rubbing right there. So once again, just like the cast padding, 50% overlap. We're going to pull it around. I like to pull it out and then pull however tight I'm going to pull it. Lay it down like so, come back around the leg, pull up again, stretch out my squares, lay it down like so. We're going to come back down the foot. Good girl. Well, once again, lay it down, stretch out to squares, not rectangles. Rectangles are how you cut off blood supply to your dog's toes. And then I'll kind of loop it back around. And we're done. Cool. Okay. Here you go, Sally. Whoa. She says, I don't like it. All right, next is your elasticon. Your elasticon, you want to do what's called pre-roll. So I like to pull out a big stretch like that and then roll it back up. The purpose of this is it is going to keep you, or at least help you, from getting it too tight. This you literally just lay on the bandage or leg here. So it's very sticky, and the purpose is just to hold up your bandage and to keep your layers together. So I will go 50% on the bandage, 50% on the fur, go around, go up on the fur one lap, and then down on the bandage. That way it's all going to be stuck together. Trim it off. And that was not tight at all. I did not put any tension on that. It is not forgiving, and it will, oh, you hate it. It will affect the blood supply to your dog's toes if you get it too tight. All right, whoa. Next, I like to cut a piece to cover the toes. So what we're gonna do here is you're gonna fold it in half over that toe piece. Now you can make what I call these little like wings on the side. And this is just something that I will do probably from bandaging horses at one point in my life. So we'll lay it over right here. Those little wings, you can fold them up over themselves and then pull this up against the elasticon and you're done. And now her foot is going to be protected. This, depending on the nature of the wound, can stay on for at least a day or two, buy you some time until you can get to your veterinarian, or if you're going to manage it at home yourself, as long as it's kept clean and dry, you should be able to leave that on there for a few days. So let me know what else you guys want to see bandaged on your dogs.